Hi, welcome to the walkthrough demo for SocialPulse, which is our Reddit analysis tool. This will be the starting page you see when you first open the site. There's a brief introduction to SocialPulse for any new users, as well as a disclaimer that states that the tool directly pulls content off of the internet through the Reddit API and does not filter out any possibly explicit content, meaning that we cannot control the content shown. Now, getting into how to actually use the tool, I will start out by typing a subreddit into the search bar. Now, more popular subreddits will have more data to analyze, so I chose the conspiracy subreddit, and I'm choosing to analyze it without bots. This tool offers three different ways to analyze the Reddit data. You can either analyze it normally, analyze it without bots, or analyze it with image descriptions. As we will see, some Reddit posts have photos, but when we analyze normally, those photos are not taken into consideration since only the text will be able to be used as input in our topic modeling tool, which is called BERTopic. Analyzing with image descriptions means that descriptions are generated by AI for each of the photos and are added to the text of each post before the BERTopic analysis. So themes and topics shown in the photos will be taken into account in the BERTopic topic labels. However, this does use extra OpenAI tokens for the image captioning, so it is offered as a separate option. What we just chose to do is analyze without bots, and we use a bot detection tool called BotBuster that uses neural networks to analyze user metadata and posting behavior to estimate the likelihood that a user or account is automated. Now, first of all, we can see an AI-generated overview of the subreddit. The overview talks about the most popular topics and themes discussed, the general tone of the language used, and what newcomers can expect in the content contained in the subreddit. Now, because we chose to analyze without bots, we can get the exact number of posts removed in each subreddit because they were suspected to be posted from automated accounts. We can see the top three posts in the subreddit in order of the Reddit index, which is the number of upvotes minus the number of downvotes that the post has. And from that, we can conclude that posts with a greater Reddit index will have more upvotes versus downvotes, meaning that the post is generally more popular. All of these are direct links to the actual Reddit post, which we can open. And then additionally, on this analytics dashboard, there's more general information on the subreddit, including the average Reddit index of the posts collected, the average post length, the average number of comments, and the number of subscribers. Additionally, we can see the sentiment of the fetched posts. This is determined using the Vader sentiment analysis tool, which is a lexicon-based tool that scores text as positive, negative, or neutral using a predefined list of words and simple rules that handle things like negation and emphasis. We can also see the time range, the number of posts posted in the last day and the last week, the most active hour, and the most popular days to post out of all of our fetched posts. Now, you might notice that some of this data looks a little bit skewed, and that is because depending on the time and day that the user is generating this data, and if they're using a fixed number of posts or collecting posts over a certain time interval, they may get more recent posts versus a more unbiased, consistent number of posts. So today being Monday, and I generated this data based on a fixed number of posts, that means that a third of my posts come from Reddit's best filtering, a third of it comes from Reddit's hot filtering, and then a third of it comes from Reddit's recent filtering. And so recently, it's Monday, so more posts come from Monday. But we do have a method to combat this, which I will mention in a bit. Scrolling down further, we see the distribution of observers versus social spammers, which means we're essentially looking at the frequency at which users have posted among these fetched posts. So observers tend to post less, while social spammers will post more. And these are direct links to the profiles of the top three social spammers. Lastly, when we reach the bottom of the page, we will see the 20 most frequent BERT generated topics within the subreddit. So BERT is a topic modeling method that groups similar text into themes, by using transformer-based text embeddings and clustering to identify coherent topics. This chart is interactive, so I can click on a bar to learn more about that specific topic. So if I want to further examine topic 0, which is the most frequently discussed topic within the subreddit, it'll open to this page that contains the top keywords for the topic, another AI-generated topic summary, and the average topic sentiment for posts in this topic. If the number is negative, it represents more negative language, and if the number is positive, it represents more generally positive language. So in this case, negative 0.43 means that the language within this topic is generally more negative. Lastly, this page gives us the opportunity to look at direct Reddit posts and perform a more fine-grained analysis. So these posts are either ordered by what BERT topic thinks best represents the topic semantically, the top posts by Reddit index, or the top posts by number of comments. And if the post contains any photos, we can obviously see them here, or if they contain any direct links, you will be able to visit those links from this website. And so if we were unhappy with these word topic labels, or if we just wanted to adjust any thresholds, we can scroll up and do so in our settings page. So at the top, we specify the fetch mode. So what I was talking about earlier was that we were trying to fetch a fixed number of recent posts. However, that can lead to skewed data. So if we wanted to try to even it out, we could change that to fetch posts from a certain time window. So such as over the entire last week. Additionally, on this page, we can adjust the bot threshold. Currently, if Botbuster estimates the likelihood of an account being a bot as 0.3, that account will be classified as human since it is not below the threshold of 0.5. We can adjust the threshold to be lower if we wanted the filtering to be more strict. And then all of the settings below this are the hyperparameters used by BERT topic to affect the topic modeling. And there is some helpful information as well as an explanation of what each hyperparameter does for users who may not have much background knowledge on the analysis tool. So I will save these settings, or we can reset them to the default values, and then I'll go back and we can either regenerate the data or we can run different subreddits. So another feature that this tool has is the cross subreddit comparison. So if I wanted to add another subreddit or multiple subreddits into the search bar, we would be able to compare the content within those subreddits. So as seen, I just added r/politics and we will be analyzing it normally. So it may or may not contain automated activity. And I will say that analyzing the Reddit data typically does not take more than a few seconds, but we do have to wait to receive the data from the Reddit API, go through all of it, and perform certain analytical calculations on it. All right, so I will point out that there is the option to download all this information as a PDF, and I'm going to go ahead and do it now since it can take some time to compile, and then we will come back and go through the PDF once it has been fully generated. So now I have two subreddits in my search bar, and we can see the cross subreddit comparison dashboard. There are links to the overlapping accounts that I've posted in both subreddits across the fetch post, as well as any shared links that have been found in both subreddits. And again, we can just directly visit those if we want. We can also see if there are any exact duplicate posts or near exact duplicate posts and visit the posts in those subreddits. So this is the exact same post, but this one is in the politics subreddit and this one is in the conspiracy subreddit. Next, we determine the similarity between the BERT topics generated in both subreddits, and we can see representative posts for both subreddits in each topic. Scrolling down further, we will be able to see the complete analytics dashboard for both subreddits. So this is essentially the exact same thing that we just saw. This is the conspiracy one. And then scrolling down further, this is the dashboard for the politics subreddit. Now that our PDF has downloaded, we can open it and take a look. It will have all of the generated data, including the cross subreddit comparison dashboard. It'll have the individual subreddit analytic dashboards, the BER topic charts, some topic details, and it will also include the current saved setting values in case we want to remember exactly which values generated all of this data. And so that brings me to the end of my Social Pulse demo tour. I hope you enjoyed this demo, and if you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to me at Birkelbachs, that's BIRKELBACHS, at tamu.edu. Thanks for watching.